Hi everyone, welcome to the Whiteleyverse with me, Connor Whiteley, for another daily short story. Now, before I start today's story, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to buy this short story and any of my other fiction, then they're available from all major ebook retailers and at your local bookstore and local library if you requested, and you can order paperback copies from Amazon. Now, here's today's short story. I hope you enjoyed just as much as I did writing it.
Chapter 2. The 17th of April 2023. London, England. Mathew Harris had always enjoyed living, working, and doing adult things in London. He just loved the culture, the clubs, and he really liked his job at Frank's marketing agency. It was a great company, very friendly, and Mathew had to admit he did get a lot of great marketing projects thrown at him. Mathew sat at his very modern, expensive, and charming glass desk with his computer open on a whole bunch of emails from morning meetings and other rubbish that had come up over the weekend. Mathew closed the emails tab and just admired his large modern office that a lot of junior professionals would have killed to have. It was easily large enough to have a party inside, and normally he had departmental meetings in here, and everyone enjoyed the teal fabric sofas and the stunning views of London. He really liked the views himself, not that he got a lot of time to admire them. He could see the swirling, churning River Thames, all the commuter traffic below him, and he could see the wonderful landmarks, like the London Eye, the Houses of Parliament and Tower Bridge. It was great to look out of the huge floor-to-ceiling windows on a summer's day. The large mug of lukewarm coffee from the coffee woman downstairs made the entire office smell of rich, bitter rich, with delightful hints of caramel, toffee, and nutmeg. It was the perfect way to approach a Monday morning when one of his projects was falling well and truly apart. He took a mouthful of the coffee and enjoyed the sheer explosion of flavor in his mouth. He really couldn't get enough of that toffee. By the time he had left the office Friday night, he had scheduled models, a photo shoot, and meetings with the huge fashion company they were meant to be doing marketing for. But over the weekend, the models had canceled because someone else who was paying them more had hired them instead. So the models went elsewhere. Mathew wouldn't have minded that at all, because these things happen. But when the photographer jumped ship too, because he had been sacked, and the photo company had failed to offer a replacement, Mathew felt like his entire career was collapsing around him. Someone pounded on the frosted glass door of his office, and Mathew just rolled his eyes. There was only one person it could be. His boss, Miranda. Mathew couldn't even say "come in" before Miranda, in her black business suit that made her look like an assassin, was already halfway across the office towards him. She sat down, and Mathew felt like he was about to be punished like he had been at school. "Good morning, Mathew," Miranda said in her normal cold business tone that Mathew wasn't a fan of. "Thank you for your morning briefing, and that is the only reason why I am not shouting at you. You are honest, you are a good worker, and you are effective at your job." Mathew imagined that was exactly what assassins said to each other. "You didn't work your way to this position as department senior within 2 years to destroy your career now, did you?" "What?" Mathew asked, not understanding what was happening. "The Diamond Fashion Company is a multi-billion-pound company with quarterly campaigns, each paying us $5 million each time. I am not allowing this company to slip through our fingers. If there is not a campaign delivered to the customer's satisfaction by the deadline of this Friday, then believe me, your head is rolling." Mathew laughed nervously. He couldn't find any more models, any more photographers, and still get it all together before Friday. Miranda stood up. "You are one of the most resourceful people I know, Mr. Harris. I have stressed to the board that everything is well in hand, but I do require updates every 4 hours, otherwise I will sack you as a gesture of goodwill." "I didn't know you were in trouble with your own board," Mathew said. Miranda frowned. "Focus on yourself, or you might be joining me on benefits." Mathew nodded his goodbyes to Miranda, and he held his stomach as it twisted into a painful knot. This seriously couldn't be happening. He had dedicated the last 2 years of his life to this company. He had loved the work, and he had loved doing his online business degree on the side at night. He couldn't lose this job. Mathew took a deep breath of the coffee-scented air and checked his social media for the first time in days to give himself a break. Then hopefully, this would refresh him to tackle this dire problem. Mathew noticed he had a new message, and he was surprised it was from Sam Faircraft. He just grinned because Sam had always been a hot guy back at school, even when he was technically overweight by a lot. But Mathew clicked on his social media profile by accident, and he was really pleased at how hot, sexy, and cute Sam looked now. It looked like he had lost a ton of weight, and he looked even more amazing. He even looked model-like. Mathew read the message, and he had never expected Sam to be gay, and he was asking if they would go out for dinner sometime. Mathew wasn't exactly opposed to a date at all, because Sam was cute. It had been ages since he had got on a real date instead of a hookup, and if he was being really honest with himself, then he had always liked Sam a lot more than he should have. And he seriously needed someone with model-like features. Mathew leant back in his chair. He had done photo shoots with a single model before, and Sam wasn't stupid. He had always been a very fast learner, so it wouldn't be hard to teach him exactly what he needed to be. Mathew grinned as he remembered just how helpful Sam liked to be too. Mathew supposed if he made it sound like Sam was doing him a massive favor, then Sam might volunteer for the photo shoot himself and save Mathew's career in the first place. Mathew sent a reply, and his stomach filled with butterflies at the very idea of seeing his very hot and model-like friend from school. Little did Mathew realize just how badly this was going to bite him in the ass later on.
Welcome back everyone, it's me again, Connor Whiteley. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's story, because I flat out love writing, creating stories and sharing them with you. If you really enjoyed today's story, then please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the internet engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithms. And if you want to buy this short story or any of my other fiction, then they're available from all major ebook retailers, and you can get them from your local library if you requested, and you can order the paperback copies from Amazon, your local bookstore or local library if you request it. Lastly, if you want to support the channel on a one-off basis, then you can now buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Connor Whiteley. Also, if you know anyone who would enjoy today's story, then please share it with them. I'm always really grateful when you wonderful people help spread the word about the channel. So, thanks for watching the Whiteleyverse, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day, everyone.